What's up guys, this is FJ, and today I'm going to be doing an in-depth review of the Thrive Relentless snowboard. This is the 155. As you know, I'm a Thrive coach, and I'm a huge fan of Thrive as a company. The reason why I'm a huge supporter of Thrive is because they really promote the community and the coaching aspect. So if you guys have any kind of questions for their product line or even just riding in general, their online forums are very friendly to beginners as well as seasoned riders. It's a great community. I used to be a part of Sierra Snowboard, which is now True Snow. I still go on those forums as well. Interestingly enough, the founders of Thrive actually came from Sierra Snowboard. They were a lot of the admins and even former staff of Sierra Snowboard, which is now True Snow. Even though I am a huge fan of Thrive as a company, I'm going to give you my honest, unbiased review of this snowboard. I actually used to have the Thrive Renegade. You'll see that snowboard in my Snowboarding 101 series, How to S in a Day. The reason why I got rid of the Renegade was because it was a hybrid rocker. I found myself as I progressed that I really gravitated towards a camber snowboard. So naturally I wanted to get the Thrive Relentless. I actually got to try this out with a couple of my friends. One of them had a Rome mod and the other had a Burton Custom X. All three of those snowboards are traditional camber. They're all super stiff and made to charge. I wouldn't call it a dedicated mid-wide board, but it is wider than you would normally find on other snowboards of this length. So this being a 155, it is my longest snowboard. I usually ride 150, 151. I got this length for free riding. If I knew I was going to ride on more powder, or if I knew I wanted to charge hard and go faster, this is the snowboard that I would take out. Another reason why I'm a huge fan of Thrive is because all their snowboards are true twin. It rides exactly the same regular as it will switch, or goofy as it will switch. It's definitely my preference. I want to be able to ride in both directions equally. I'm actually trying to train my switch so it's just as good as my regular. In terms of speed, I can go about 85% the speed of my regular riding, so I'm getting there. Still working on it, and definitely I gotta work on my switch ollies and switch tricks as well. Now what we noticed when we tried this snowboard out was just how well it held an edge. We found that when we were comparing it to the Rome mod and the Custom X, the Custom X definitely wanted to charge straight, and it was a great fast snowboard. But this edge-to-edge and initiating turns was actually more friendly. It's not as stiff as I thought it was going to be. It's actually relatively playful given its flex. You'll see in the videos that I posted with the Thrive Relentless just how easy it was for me to be able to pop up an ollie or do some spinning butters, and just how easy it was for me to even maneuver as I was in the air for just a short amount of time to do like a shifty or anything like that. Surprisingly, this snowboard is a lot lighter weight than I anticipated. Given the extra surface area being wider and longer, it's actually a relatively light snowboard. I really like riding the snowboard. It's definitely something I'm going to be keeping. You can see here, even just in terms of aesthetics, the top sheet is gorgeous. It's got some great artwork there. I don't know if you can really tell, but the top sheet is actually semi-translucent. So you can see the wood grain through the top sheet. And also to show you the base, same awesome artwork with great color. So I'm a huge fan of the artwork of this board. Stance options, you've got a lot to choose from. I ended up actually using the standard width for this snowboard centered stance. It's set at 22.5 inches. Also, another spec of this snowboard is you have carbon stringers in a V shape on both the nose and the tail. So having said that, the pop on this snowboard is really good. I never really had any issues with trying to get lift off this snowboard. I'm very happy with how this snowboard performs. Edge control, as we said, holding an edge on a deeper carve, it's very strong. I never really had any issues with this sliding out. Despite the fact that it feels like a lighter board, it still held onto the carves very nicely. As I mentioned earlier, this is a traditional camber snowboard, but I gotta say that as I rode this, it didn't feel like the camber was too high. I never had any issues with turn initiation, and because of the camber, it's not a loose snowboard at all. If you're turning, it's not gonna wanna overturn on its own. One thing I do wanna mention about Thrive snowboards, having the Renegade before and now the Relentless, is I do find the top sheet, particularly around the top sheet edges, it's not as durable as I would hope. I find, especially near the tips, it's a little bit prone to damage if you're going to be lining up and there's other snowboards hitting your snowboard here. I find that the top surface could have been rounded off and maybe filed down a little bit just so it's less likely to chip off. I've had some minor, very small chips start happening on the tips of this snowboard, and it happened actually on my Renegade as well. I've had some materials sort of lift up and I had to either cut them off or file them down and use glue to clamp them down again. I think I would have wished that these top edges be sort of rounded off a little bit better, just to endure a little bit more of those dings and bumps that you find when you're lining up for the lift. But that's probably the only complaint that I have. It's not even a major complaint. Again, with the technical specifications, I'm very pleased with this board. It exceeded my expectations. It's lighter than I thought it was going to be. You can charge hard on this snowboard without fear of it washing out under your feet, and it holds the edge exceptionally well. If you guys like the Thrive Relentless, or if you're just curious about their products, have a click on the link in the description, which will lead you straight to their website. It supports my coaching as well, so thanks so much. And if you have any questions at all about Thrive Relentless or any of their gear, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Just in summary, I would definitely recommend the Thrive Relentless for snowboarders who want better stability for higher speeds, but still not sacrificing the ability to do larger jumps and all mountain freestyle riding. One may assume that this is a free ride board, but because it's true twin, meaning twin flex and twin shape, it's very playful, both regular and switch. There you have it guys, the Thrive Relentless. Again, if you're curious about Thrive or if you like their products, have a click on the link in the description. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. You can see all my YouTube channels there on the top. And again, you can follow me on all my social media there on the bottom. Thanks so much, guys. Take care.